And welcome to the Race by Race preview for Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Paul Lally here with all of these selections. We go for the first at 6:40 and the opening race is a Class 5 racing on the B course this week. Country Dancer Top to Sky on the class drop. Top to Sky cheek pieces off. Crossover noseband and tongue tie go on. Triumphant Warrior now with Jamie Richards. Blinkers first time for him. You're My Everything is minus a tongue tie. Tying Scenery steps up in distance and Sonic Boom is placed 3 from 7. Course and distance, Paul, with King Alloy crossing from his draw to lead.
Yeah, he's wide. He's drawn wide, but he looks the leader from 11. He can get across. Top of the Sky has been going forward in his recent races. Sonic Boom, Lucky Generations can be a little bit handier from an inside draw. Tying Scenery's got a lot better draw than he had on his first up run this season. Country Dancer, he's the horse that's been downgraded. He gets back. Triumphant Warrior, now I wasn't sure what to do with him because he did lead in a recent trial. He's drawn 12, has gone back in recent races, but he's with a new stable. So look, I wouldn't be surprised if he does go forward.
We will have a look at that trial in just a moment. We'll start with the race day performances though, with Tying Scenery and Oriental Surprise. He comes out of this race a fitter horse, Tying Scenery, Paul, because it was his first appearance for the season.
It was, and look, he ran a race. A really good race. You can see him going back to the inside there in those red colours, so did have to sort of weave his way through the field. He looks a major chance in this from a low draw, second up. As long as he doesn't bounce, I think he's one of the major players in the race.
That is Tying Scenery. My Flying Angel is next up. It's over at Sha Tin. It's 1,400 metres, which is where his best form is at. He does like to get back and run on. Would you prefer him over, ideally, 1,400 at Sha Tin?
That's what the statistics show. He's had 4 goes here at Happy Valley, and he hasn't really done too much in those 4 goes. So, look, he'll have to turn that around. He's one thing in his favour is the barrier, drawn barrier number 5. He's been running some consistent races here at Sha Tin. So let's see if we can bring this form to Happy Valley. Not saying he can't, but I was happy to watch him.
That is My Flying Angel finishing behind an Inform the Concentration. Here is the trial of a Triumphant Warrior. He's been given 2 trials by the Jamie Richards stable since joining the barn, and this was impressive.
Nice trial, and this is blinkers on for the first time. He's always shown some form with the previous stable as well. He's run second off a 52 rating. He's now down to this 35 rating, blinkers on. This is what I said, he went forward. He's put on 44 pounds. He's only a little chap anyway, so I think that's a good thing for him as well, Triumphant Warrior. We'll find out on race day, but I like the trial.
Like the trial enough to have him on top?
Yeah, we'll put him on top with that with that trial under his belt and with the new surroundings. So he's on top to beat Tying Scenery. Lucky Generations with a low draw. And Country Dancer, the downgrader, 4.10.91.
A newcomer to Jamie Richards with instant success for Paul. Triumphant Warrior to win the first. This is race number 2, preview time now. Second race is a Class 4. We run at 1,200 metres. Victor the Rapid last start winner, and he carries an extra 2 pounds for it. Surcharge has the hood going on. Wider draw for Northern Fireball. Top Spin King is on debut. Awesome Treasure's now moved to the Jamie Richards stable, and he has removed the tongue tie from Awesome Treasure. Winning Cigar has the cheek pieces off. The blinkers first time, and Happy Buddies is eligible for the top of Class 5. Down the bottom, Paul, who leads here.
Couple of leaders in this race, and that's where the speed will come from. Both Awesome Treasure from Barrier 1 with a new stable and Northern Fireball both like to lead. So that'll put the pace into the race. It should suit Bit Superstar. He can get a good run in behind. Full of Laughter, another one that can benefit from the speed. Winning Cigar, Surcharge. The newcomer, Top Spin King. If he does go forward, as you can see, he's in danger of being trapped wide there. He's been slightly slow away in a couple of his trials as well. He's 1,036. But being by Russian Camelot, you'd think 1,200 is going to be way too short for him.
We start with the win by Victor the Rapid last time. He's down on the inside, and with those leaders in the race and a good tempo, gets in well at the weights, Paul. Is there a reason why he can't go close to winning again?
The only thing I could say is that he hasn't put 2 together in the past. In saying that, look, he's in good form at the moment. He did win this race. He's drawn barrier 8. There is pace in it. So, look, I'm going to include him. I haven't got him on top, but I'll put him in.
And that is Victor the Rapid. The second replay is Bit Superstar, who's been racing very consistently. Zach Purton sticks. David Hall trains. He's placed 4 from 6 this season. He comes up beautifully in barrier number 3, and he was beaten by one you were keen on this night, Master Resolute.
He was. Look, I like him in this race. I think he's just going to get that perfect run behind those two leaders. And with Zach Purton aboard, he was just beaten sort of in the last 50 metres, wasn't he? So I think he can win this.
And Northern Fireball is in our last replay. He's up on the pace. He's on the rail in this replay. He was outside the speed on the speed map. Awesome Treasure, a bit of a problem for him as far as a result goes, perhaps?
It looks that way because Awesome Treasure's drawn 1 and Northern Fireball's drawn 9. When he has won his races, he has dominated from the front, this horse. As you can see in this particular race, he was only faded late. And it's not a bad form race as well because Island Buddy's now won 2 in a row. So he wasn't too far away. I would have preferred him if there was only one leader in the race. That was just my little concern.
Awesome Treasure, the worry about Northern Fireball, but Bit Superstar breaks through.
I think he can. I think it'd be a big price. He'd be very well found in the market, but he's on top. And saying that, I will put Northern Fireball in for second. I am worried about Awesome Treasure, but we'll throw him in there. Victor the Rapid in there for third. Now, Victor the Rapid, as we say, hasn't put 2 together in the past, but I don't think this is an overly strong field, so he'll get his chance. And then Full of Laughter. Look, he's going to be a big price, Full of Laughter, but I think he'll get a very good run back on the inside. And he's only a lightly raced horse, so I think he's worth another chance. 8-5-1-9.
Bit Superstar to break through for a deserved win for Paul by winning race number 2. Highest grade race of the night is race number 3, and it is a Class 2. It's over 1,800 metres. California Totality, first time we've seen him since October. He was scratched on the 9th of November with a lame right 4. Sword Point's run third in a trial since his last start. Awesome Fluke's a last start winner, carries an extra £14 for this. Sky Heart, he raced on Sunday, and Jumbo Legend, his stablemate, rounds out the field of 7 for this race, Paul, with Sky Heart leading.
There's a couple of possibilities. Sword Point used to be able to lead on his air, but hasn't recently. Sleal Fighter, he likes to go forward without leading. So I thought Sky Heart to be positive with him. California Totality is always close up as well. Awesome Fluke was on the pace when he won last start. Huge Wave, Jumbo Legend. But whatever happens, there's not going to be much between first and last.
And Huge Wave is being ridden by Alexi Bedell.
Alexi Bedell, Huge Wave, returns to Happy Valley on Wednesday, and he's been a consistent customer so far this season.
Yeah, he seemed to enjoy the track at the Valley, and he's been very consistent. Everything is okay with him.
And he's placed 3 times, of course, recently over 1650 and 1800. Back over the 1800, it looks a nice spot for him.
Yeah, he's been very consistent. He's going to run a good race, you know. He's got a good gait, a little bit of weight on his back, but I think he's strong enough, and of course he's mature at the moment to handle that type of race, hopefully.
And you mentioned the weight, of course. First time he's carried over 130 pounds this season. Smallish field. Do you think that asks that little bit extra from him?
Well, that certainly slow things down a little bit, and he'll need a perfect position, a perfect spot from a good rhythm to win the race. But I think he'll remain very competitive.
And he always hits the line very strongly. What kind of horse is he to ride?
Oh, well, he's improved, like his manners, his mental strength. He's always been a good type of horse, quite strong, but he's now more mature. So the fact that he handled the track pretty well is a good asset.
That is Alexi talking Huge Wave. Paul, we move on now to this replay, which is Awesome Fluke running second. Jumbo Legend Sky Heart finished together, and Huge Wave finishes 8th in this race. It's almost impossible to fault the job that Awesome Fluke has done this season. He keeps going around at good money.
He does, doesn't he? And look, barrier number 5, he'll be wouldn't be too far away. He should be on the pace once again here. Awesome Fluke. So as you say, he's been in great form recently. The other one, which is Sky Heart, I think he'll lead from his draw. He drew 14 this day, and he wasn't too far away.
And one more to see. It's the trial of California Totality. It was at Happy Valley. It was 1,700 metres. Loves a scrap, this horse, but he's been off the scene for a while. Yes or no first up for him?
I'm going to say no. I love the horse. I think he's a great horse, but no fresh up. He hasn't won fresh in the past, and he's 39 or 30 odd pounds higher than his winning weight. So I just wonder if this will be a stepping stone to something else for him. I'm going to put him in. It's only a small field. I'll put him in on a minor line, but it'd be a great effort if he won fresh up.
Good to see him back, so we'll see what he can do in race number 3, but your selections.
I'm going to put Skyhard on top. I thought they'd go the front with him and try and dictate from the front. Huge Wave is consistent. Awesome Fluke has been running some fantastic races. And then California Totality. It's only a small field of 7, but there's, you could make a case for at least 6 of them. 6, 2, 4, 1.
Very competitive first leg of the early treble, race 3, Happy Valley Wednesday. Race number 4, the Kennedy Handicap, and this race over the 1200 metres for the Class 4s. Very gratefuls on the class drop. Blinkers are off. Tactical Command's a 4-time course and a distance winner. Kwai Chung Talents goes from the 1000 to the 1200. Dan Attack's a 3-time course and distance winner. Supreme Feeling has the blinkers going on. Iconical also has the blinkers going on. And Legend Star was a Class 5 winner 2 starts ago. Course and a distance. Pauling, give me 5. Crosses to lead and could be an easy one for him too.
Yeah, it looks that way. He looks the only leader in the race. Dan Attack. Cheerful Wong Choi, the debutant, I think he'll go forward. Jolly Companion, he's been a little bit slow away in this. He used to lead on his air, this horse, but he's been a little bit slow away. Very Grateful, who's downgraded. Fortune Supernova ran well at his last start. Iconical, again, he's one I had to look a couple of times. He's back from 1650 to 12. Normally goes back when he races over this distance.
We start with Jolly Companion, who was just a duffer when it came to turf until recently. And then he came off the all-weather and now he races better on the turf than what he has been going on the all-weather.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Barrier 10, that's the concern for me, because he's been slightly slow away as well. He came down the middle of the track here this occasion. He's, as you say, he's a win 2 starts ago and then backed it up with the second. So a horse that's been in good form. This is the second behind Victor the Rapid. We may get a lead on him earlier. It's going to be a good ride from Vincent, though, from Barrier 10.
That's Jolly Companion. This is Dan Attack, beating all but Winning Money. He's a fair way off them turning for home here. Winning Money had done everything other than win a race. He runs on. Doesn't win out of turn, but does love 1,200 metres.
He does, and a couple more strides he would have won this race, as you'll see as the replay unfolds. Barrier 5, I think he can be closer in the run. He drew 8 in this one, so he was just a little bit further back than I would have liked. As you can see, he was, 2 more strides he probably would have won?
Yep. That's Dan Attack. Now, after the trials we go. This is a first starter for Pierre Ung. Cheerful Wong Choi. He's had 7 trials. Obviously, one of them at least has been at Happy Valley. This is on the 13th of February. Zach Purton booked to ride on debut. £1,063. He'll be a very fit horse coming into this race. Cheek pieces on for the first time. You can just see him there with these cheek pieces on. He was having a good look at the camera up in the grandstand there. So, look, I don't think he's a finished product when he stretched the imagination. Barrier number 6. But with Zach Purton as a booking and obviously trialling well, we'll include him. He's very grateful running 3rd at the Chung Fa trials. He's on the class drop and he's had... he's never been in this grade before. He has placed none from 4, but run a couple of 4ths over the 1,200 at Happy Valley.
That was off 64 rating, so he has dropped down those 4 rating points and drops the grade. Look, I haven't minded some of his runs here as well. He's the son of Ace High, so eventually he'll need further, there's no question. There wasn't too much wrong with the trial here. You can see him running on for 3rd down the outside. So I don't think it's a strong race. I'm going to take a chance with him.
No need to go past the top of the book then.
We'll be very grateful if he gets in, and he's on top, number 1, very grateful. Dan Attack, the biggest danger. Cheerful Wong Choi, the debutant, and Fortune Supernova, a better run from him last time, and he's drawn nicely in Barrier 2. 1738.
Race 4, number 1 for Paul for the first leg of the 6-up. Wednesday night's trophy race is the 5th. It is the running of the Volunteers Challenge Cup over the 1,200. Bundle of Charmers on the class drop. Really good record in this grade. Fatal Blow, blinkers off, visor first time. Bustling City, first look at the Valley. Hood and Shadow Roll have been added. Great Spirit has placed his last 2. We've got Autumn Vibes with the tongue tie off. Call to Command had excuses last time. And Circuit Duffy is eligible for class 5 going around here, Paul, with the lightweight.
Another speedster that's drawn wide, and that's Silver Spurs. I think he can get across. Going Warrior likes to go forward. Golden Friendship will put some pace into the race. Argento Ocean. Fatal Blow is drawn Barrier 7 now, at least it's not double figures for him. Bustling City's only had the one run, then Great Spirit. Back to Circuit Duffy's been getting back, and Autumn Vibes likewise.
Argento Ocean is replay number 1. He runs 5th here. Has a good run on the inside. Winning money leads for home here. Hugh Bowman's going to ride for Douglas White. Extra £7 he carries on that win 2 starts ago.
Yeah, now this was this is International Jockeys Night. It wasn't too far away here in 5th. He did have his chance, as you could see, but he did run on nice enough. Did win 2 starts ago. Barrier number 1. He'll go in the numbers. I think he's the chance.
That is Argento Ocean. Silver Spurs has been racing really well. His last start was down the straight at Chartin. He stays on for 3rd. Showing this also because Bustling City was a very short-priced favourite, knocks up and runs 9th. What have you done with this pair?
I'm going to give Bustling City another chance because he was just didn't know what to do. He was sort of he was all over the place, and Zach Purden rode him. He's riding him again, and they've put gear on him. So the hood, the saddle row will go on him, and hopefully that'll keep him a bit more focused. You can see he wasn't really knocked around there at the end either. So there's obviously ability there because he had trialled well leading into that. So we'll give him another chance.
And he has won a trial out of that too, has Bustling City. His Great Spirit 3rd, Call to Command 12th. Rainbow 7 has an 11 next to his name, but he never, ever gets clear down the straight here in those green colours.
He doesn't. Look, I looked at Rainbow 7 a couple of times. I've put him in numerous times. I haven't here coming into this race, and probably would now. But that was just the concern I had with him. You can see him, as you say, he didn't have much room as it turned out.
All right, so he's not in this week, but who is in the 5th?
We're going to go with Bustling City. We'll give him another chance. I think there's ability there. He just didn't know what to do and got a little bit lost down the straight thousand. So around these tight turns, I think will suit him better from Barrier 5. But on the charm, he's been such a good horse, this one. He's got another new jockey, Dylan Brown McMonagle will go aboard. Barrier number 6 for him, but comes into this grade. Class 4, he's a well-rated horse. Great Spirit's been consistent. And then Argento Ocean, 4162.
Paul selections for race number 5, the first leg of Wednesday night's Triple Trio. And now race number 6 upcoming. There's an informed horse at the top of the book here. It's a Class 4 over the 1650. Stormy's going for 3 in a row, but an extra £8. Fortune Star's a last start winner, extra 9 on his back. Wider draw for Sure Joyful. Good Luck Win. Both wins have been course and distance. Matsu Victor, visor off, crossover noseband first time, blinkers again. Prince Alex, cheek pieces off, blinkers go back on. And Star Bros, cheek pieces minus, blinkers re-added ball.
Stormy, he sat and sprinted and won his last 2 starts. He's going to try and do something similar in this race. Amazing Award went forward last time. Night Sangway comes onto the surface. Sure Joyful's drawn wide. If he goes forward, he just might be stuck a little bit wide earlier on. Matsu Victor, Good Luck Win. Last start winner Fortune Star was back when he was winning. Celtic Times has drawn wide, and Prince Alex has drawn the outside gap.
Stormy's in great form, but in even better form is his jockey, Jerry Chow.
Jerry Chow, you're a man in form and you hop aboard an in-form horse on Stormy. He's looking for a hat-trick and you must be looking forward to that.
Yeah, after he wearing the chip piece and he showing the very focus in the race, and he's very on pace and really happy with that.
And you talk about him being on pace. He seems to love going forward at the moment.
Yeah, he got the early speed, and I'm happy to let him just lead, or if someone go very quick, I'm happy to follow as well. And just as long as he settle and travel well, yeah.
And he has the bigger weight to carry, 134 pounds. Do you think he can handle that?
Yeah, it's a big challenge for him if he can over this challenge. And I think he got some competitive in Class 3, but 135 is came to 2 pounds. 133 is still very heavy weight, and I hope he can handle it.
And we'll talk about you for a second as well, because at Happy Valley you're absolutely flying along. Has there been anything that you've noticed recently that's allowed you to really thrive at the city track?
I think I just got very lucky, got a very good draw, and on this track, the draw is the main things to can have a good good position and everything about the draw.
Yeah, some very strong rides on Wednesday night too, does Jerry Chow, Paul. But he's not the only last start winner in the race. Stormy Fortune Star's been one of yours and never goes around a horse. He dives the rail. Good Luck Win hasn't been as effective as he was last season when he put, if it wasn't 2 in a row, it was 2 in quick succession.
He did, didn't he? Look, I'm going to leave Good Luck Win alone from barrier number 9. But yeah, Fortune Star, look, he's been in good form. As you say, it was a brilliant ride here from Luke Ferraris. He's aboard once again. He's drawn a similar gate, barrier 1. He looks a major chance.
And our last replay is Star Bros, who was a Class 5 winner 2 starts ago. He runs second this trial up at Chung Fa. He runs on from the back. It's a race with so many chances, Paul. He needs to be better than he was last time in this grade, though. Yeah,
9 starts in the grade for just 1 minor placing is the problem. Look, when he did win his race, it was over 2,200 as well. So 1650 Class 4, I'm happy just to watch him run around.
That's Goko winning that try. You can see him getting into the clear there and stoked up to run on for second. So he won't be going in on the back of that trial and Class 4 form Star Bros, but who is?
I think it's between the top 2, both in good form at the moment, and the form drops away after those 2. I went Stormy because I thought he'd be in front of Fortune Star, but not much between the 2 of them. Amazing award from barrier 2. And look, because it drops away quickly, this form, barrier number 4 for 2 Infinity, I think he'll get his chance. 1, 2, 5, 6.
The last start winners for Paul to carry on their good form and Stormy to make it 3 in a row and beat Fortune Star in race number 6. This is a race number 7 preview time for the Valley now, and this race is a Class 3 over the 1650. Keefe has the cheek pieces going on. Embraces a 2-time course and distance winner. Uranus Star 2 starts over the 1650 for a first and a third. Silo has the tongue tie off. Win Beauty Viva's drawn a gate, and Fantastic Fun a 2-time course and a distance winner, and this is how they line up, Paul.
Yeah, I thought Uranus Star from 10. Another one that's got pace that's drawn wide. Can come across. Now, Telecom Fighters is drawn alongside him. Normally, I would have him in front easy, but he didn't get anywhere near the front last time from an inside draw, so we'll see what happens with him. Do You Just went forward on his debut run in Hong Kong. Torbian Prince is another on-pace runner. Keen Molly's led in the past. Fantastic Fun. Keefe, who just looks some cover there as well. Embraces will go back with Win Beauty Viva, but they both should get pace in this race.
We start with Uranus Star, who has a 3rd next to his name last time. This is 1650 as well. Keefe 5th and Win Beauty Viva 6th from that wide draw. He holds on for 3rd, Paul, Uranus Star, but he was given every conceivable chance in front in this race.
He was, wasn't he? And he was just run down late, to be fair. And Corleone that beat him has been in great form. So, look, I'll put him in. He's not on top, but look, if he can get his own way in front, get a bit of a breather, you know, he could easily finish in the top 3.
And we go now to Embraces, who off your speed map is going to get good pace. He is last here at Shard 10. He won't mind the switch back to Happy Valley because this is where his best form is at.
Yeah, and over the course he's won a couple as well, distance-wise, and as you can see in those black colours. The horse that won the race, Flying Luck, was in the orange just in front of him, and he actually got first run on him. But he was on his coattails all the way down the straight here, finished just behind the placings, and then Lavero's run well once again, this horse, so the form looks good, and he's coming back to his favourite course. It's Dazzling Fit, who's off to the Classic Cup on the weekend.
It is. That was a very strong race, that one. As we move on to Solid Win, this is 2 starts ago for Solid Win. He has had a run since. He ran 7th behind China Win, but he drew barrier number 2 over the 1650. The run after this was 1800, so course and distance last time, same draw, he's a winner.
Yeah, and look, he really got the race run to suit here because they went quite quick early, and he came off that fast pace. That was Lopan Spirit setting up the pace. You can see him getting through and just worrying out the second horse there, which was Corleone. And so there is a form line thing through him and a Uranus Star.
Who's your selection?
Going to go with Embraces. I just think he'll get the race run to suit, coming back to his favourite course. Cody Mosen for a good evening here. So he's on top to beat Uranus Star, Win Beauty Viva, and Fantastic Fun with the lightweight as well. 2, 6, 11 and 12.
Boy, the race-to-race double for Jerry Chow to win races 6 and 7, the 7th on Embraces. First division of the Class 3 1200 metres is race number 8, the running of the Wan Chai Gap Handicap, with Candlelight Dinner, a last start winner, going up in distance, but he's not the only one. Sovereign Fun, Greater Bay, and Over the Page, Straight to Glory, all have wins next to their name. We've got Straight to Glory coming into this grade for the first time. Spirit of Peace gets a better draw, and Campland was a crossover noseband, Paul, and we've got Candlelight Dinner leading.
Yeah, look, he's drawn barrier number 10, so he might just have to work to get across from that draw. But look, he's been racing well over 1,000 metres. He steps up to the 1,200 metres, which looks good for him. Igor Stravinsky can get a trail. He's got a low draw. Straight to Glory, he's drawn 2. Harmony and Blessed might just have to struggle to get across from his wide draw. Sovereign Fun will get his chance once again, as will Greater Bay. He was impressive last night.
And this is Derek Long. He's riding Straight to Glory, looking for 3 in a row.
Derek Lung, Straight to Glory, has been in great form recently, and he steps up to Class 3 company on Wednesday.
Yes, he last 2 starts he have a perfect one, so he have 2 winners, and now up to Class 3 with the lightweight and good draw. Hope he still can win good competitive.
And he did have a perfect run, as you say, but he really battled down. He seems like a horse who loves getting into a fight.
Yes, he loved battle, and seems like Happy Valley make him more calm down, so that's why his improvement is better.
And you talk about Happy Valley making him calm down a bit. He seems to have absolutely loved the switching course, hasn't he?
Yes, well, he sometimes can be quite hot, so Happy Valley is truly make him more calm down, and few times have an inside draw is help him a lot. This time also, but Class 3 is different field, but I'm sure he will try his best.
And of course, he's got a lighter weight now up into Class 3. Is the impression he gives you that he can handle that grade?
Yeah, I think it's no problem. Just to a different field, and I'm sure he's still one good.
To make it 3 in a row, though, Paul, he's going to have to beat some in-form horses, starting with Sovereign Fun, who was just in between runners turning for home. And the further they went in this race, the better he looks. He gets in with an extra 4 pounds on his back for this victory.
So he's not heavily penalised, is he? And he's having a second start for Brett Crawford. He's 1 for 1 from the new stable. Obviously, he's thriving there. He won with plenty in hand in this particular race, only up 4 pounds. He looks a winning chance for sure.
That's a good report for Sovereign Fun to make it 2 in a row, but he'll need to be better too, because we're going to have a look at Greater Bay. He's only had the 3 starts, this the 3rd of them. This was very impressive. The more you watch this win, the better it looks. And My Day, My Way's a lot better horse than this run too.
Yeah, he is. I think this horse can beat Sovereign Fun, but I think that's going to be the Quinella, because as you can see, he was going to run about 3rd about here, and then the afterburners went on him, and he hosed up. It was a really strong win from this horse, really, and we've seen that in a couple of his runs without much luck. So, yeah, he looks tough to beat.
There you go. There's your winner for race 8.
Yeah, we'll go with him. Greater Bay used to be called Wobbly Boot, and when he raced in Australia. Sovereign Fun for 2nd, Straight to Glory, and Spirit of Peace. 4, 3, 8, 11.
Back-to-back wins for Paul, and Greater Bay for Zach Purton and David Eustace to win race number 8. And the final race at Happy Valley on Wednesday night's another 1200 metre Class 3 with Triumphant More drawing gate at the top. Love Together goes over 1200 for the first time. Wonder Kid, visor off, blinkers again. Refused to be English has had 12 and 10 his last 2 starts, draws 7 this week. Storming Dragon, the visor off, and Outgate back from 1650 to 1200 metres for just the 2nd time over the 1200 at Happy Valley for him, Paul.
Yes, California Blitz is another one drawn wide. That was the order of the day. All the pace are drawn wide in just about every race that we did here, but he should be able to go forward and lead. Triumphant Moore's drawn the inside. Outgate's way back to 1200 metres, but he is close to a class drop. Friends of Charging will get his chance with Wonder Kit. The one that came out poorly in the draw, I thought, was Love Together from Barrier 9.
And speaking of love, here is the trainer of Love Together, Casper Founds.
Casper Founds, Love Together, returns to Happy Valley on Wednesday on the back of another nice effort over 1,000, and he steps up to the 12 for the first time.
Yeah, correct. All his runs have been at 1,000, and he's performed well, really, for a horse in his first season. So it was time to take him an extra furlong. Unfortunately, drawn an awkward gate in gate 9, so I'll have to go through the speed map and see whether I want to go forward or back with him, because he's quite versatile. And I'll just make the decision, leading up to the race, because when the last race, we'll just play it out and see how the races are going. But the horse is in good condition. He's ready to go to the races again, and he surely would think, on the way he's been performing, he'd have to be competitive in this race.
You say he's in good condition as well. How's he done since his last race?
Yeah, he's really well. We sent him off to China. He's had a few nice gallops over there. He just arrived back into the yard yesterday. Looks a treat. We'd be expecting a good performance. Just need some luck from the gate, like I said.
And aside from that, you're a man who knows how to excite Hong Kong racing fans. The return of Joe Moreira is definitely an exciting proposition.
Oh, for sure. It's something I'm very happy that it's going to happen. Starts up first week of April, and it's going to be great for Hong Kong racing again to get him back in action here. I'm very happy that I've got him as my stable jockey. And, hope we can have some fun together, most important, and win lots of races. And then I'm sure the fans will be happy to have him back here, because every time he makes an appearance, he seems to be well received. So it's going to be fun.
And I suppose it's a little bit more important, the fact that you're sitting on top of the championship as well. He'd give you that late, propel you through the season.
Well, we need a bit of propulsion, don't we, in life? So all I can do is do my best, mate. I'll present the horse as well, and hopefully we can still be there at the end.
On from Casper we go to California Blitz. Paul, he's racing well. He's drawn barrier number 12, but he gets across. Friends of Sha-Jing's another ride for Jerry Chow on a night where he's got plenty of them.
The thing with Friends of Sha-Jing, I'm going to put him in on a minor line, but I think he's had his chances. He's been sort of single price figures in 3 of his last 5 starts as well. So, look, you can see him. California Blitz did beat him fair and square here. So they'll both go in, but I prefer California Blitz over him.
And our last replay refused to be English in this race. Ends up running 2nd, Storming Dragon 5th, and Triumphant Moore 7th, but he had that wide gate. We'll have to carry the top weight in the race, though, Triumphant Moore.
Yeah, that's just the little sort of caveat with him. I do like Refuse to be English in this race. He's had bad draws. He runs on strongly. We saw him in this race here. This is Greater Bay that won the race, so you'll get an idea leading up into this, because I think Greater Bay can win the race previous, and I think Refuse to be English can win the last.
There you go. Easy as that. There's your on-top selection.
Makes it a nice segue there. So he's on top, Refuse to be English. Quite like him in this race. California Blitz from the front. Storming Dragon should have the pace to suit, and then Friends of Sha-Jing just on a minor line. He's been a bit disappointing, I think. 7-6-9-8.
And that is Happy Valley on Wednesday night. B-Course racing, the first of 9 underway at 6:40.